He's tough for an old man.
What? Oh, hi! I'd ask you how it went, but since you're here again, I guess I know already, huh? Oh well, just come on in.
No ciekawe jak słychać mój mikrofon, czy dobrze, czy nie. Oj, sorry. Może teraz trochę, będzie lepiej. No nie wiem.
Cheers. Father and Cerberus must still be up there. Orpheus, I saw Eurydice again. I couldn't bring myself to do exactly as you asked.
Siemano Karol, o tak
Sort
wcześnie
of
jesteś?
mentioned you.
Zajebiście.
You what? Or what I meant to say was, oh, did you perchance get the impression she yet harbors toward me feelings of resentment and the like?
Słychać dobrze, no to gitara.
You seem to be a bit of a sore subject, yes. What happened to the two of you, if I may ask?
Oh, it's just, I almost saved her soul from this domain back when I lived and breathed. But in the final moments of my rescue, my faith faltered. She is lost to me forever now.
Lubię faceta, mówi
Though I'm
damskim
pleased to
głosem,
hear
nie?
she isn't lost to you.
I'll have to get to the bottom of this later.
Mother, is there something I can do to help with all of this?
O,
You are already doing what you can to help, my son. Continue doing so.
A, no to zajebiście.
Matters are
To
at stake
właściwie się
here
zastanawiam,
concerning
kiedy
you
nastąpi
and
na
all of us.
regeneracji.
Your support and choices in this shape the...
I understand, and I will do my best. Thank you for taking care of everything. I have every faith in you, Mother, and in this.
Dobra,
Farewell.
What's in stock?
mogę klucz kupić?
Just what I was looking for. Don't have enough gemstones.
Gemstones. Środa i sobota, no spoko.
Nix's strength.
Z czym by tutaj pójść? Teraz. Mieczyk ma więcej. 20%. Dobra.
Let's go with this one.
Przydałaby się jakaś krew.
All right, one more time.
One more time, na pewno.
Hey, I once heard Lord Hades has in his employ the greatest hero of the Trojan War. You happen to know anything about that? I'm kind of a fan. You see Achilles, tell him he's the best for me.
Atak jest mocniejszy na 15%, szans na uderzenie krytyczne. Atak specjalny jest mocniejszy.
How careless of me.
O, Klaudusia, dzień dobry. A, dziękuję, wzajemnie.
More coming.
Do jakiej sesji? To co tam się dzieje? Na studio poszłaś? To super, to powodzenia wam. Ale nie, studio jest jeszcze nie wieczorem. Może to tyłaś sobie robić jakiś, nie wiem.
Time to tune up this sword?
Opancerzonym 300%. Dużym cięciem nie będzie.
There, that's it.
Może być.
Come on.
Nie słychać mnie?
So quiet. I'll just take that.
Nie, żartujesz chyba tylko. Dobra, będziemy tutaj. Papa. Nie, to cięcie jest beznadziejne.
On my authority.
Dobra, sklep. Idziemy tam. Kara. O kurde.
The gentle Artemis already found you, Zach.
The fishing point. Delicious.
Delicious. Nie idzie.
Night. The power of
Dobrze,
the gods.
niedobrze. Za cenę krwi. Może być. Może być.
break again. Let's both of us keep going. That a deal? Good choice.
Hit the spot. Thanks.
A mogę mu podarować nektar jeszcze?
Hey, sir.
Now hold a moment, Highness. I cannot accept something like...
Thanks for that, sir.
Super, upominek jakiś nowy.
Take care of it.
Thank you, mate.
Nałożeń chłodu, wybuch. O, potrzebny mi odskok.
Perks you right up. Got a feeling it's Tisiphone this time. I knew it.
Murderer.
We're not getting through to one another, are we? I'm sorry that it has to be this way.
Easy.
He'll wrongfully accuse somebody else. Thank you.
Here's to a pleasant voyage up in Asphodel.
That's enough Tartarus.
Szybko poszło. Idziemy po hydrę.
Change of scenery at least.
O kurde, 3 naraz upuścił i odskoczył, dobra, co? Atak specjalny jest szybszy. Porusza się szybciej.
Excellent. More, huh?
No nie.
More of you, huh?
Kurde, no nie. Dobry jestem, ty.
On to the next one. Hello, Witch's Circle.
To see you face to face.
Niedobrze, niedobrze, niedobrze.
Let's break some hearts. Olympus. Sharpen my senses.
Nie, no strasznie lepiej.
Delicious. Powered up.
Potrzebna jest duża ilość życia.
Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
Dobra, może być. Ale jedno życie jest stracone.
You touch me and I shall have your head.
Okej.
Got you.
You wouldn't dare.
Not enough coin.
Niedobrze.
It's regenerating.
Kurde, to cięcie jest tak beznadziejne.
Let's come back.
Nie mogę go trafić tym cięciem.
Come. Who's next?
Okej. O, jeszcze jeden? Jeden punkt życia.
Blood and darkness.
Oh, fuck.
We meet again, short one.
Short one.
You mock my sense of honor.
Całkiem nieźle.
Got him that time. Lady Demeter, in the name of Hades.
Wszyscy wrogowie.
Rearming.
Kurde, to małe wagoniki. Boże, rzymskie takie. Wkurzające są.
Olympus, I accept this message. Coming through.
Nie wierzę.
Focus. Think I got one. I got a car.
Kwarp. Złapałem kwarpa, ja. Okay. Ale super.
Thanks for this.
There. Now leave me be.
3 przywrócenia śmierci. Kurwa, no nie wierzę, że oni mnie tak rozjebali, ty.
One's rearming. That one fully rearmed.
Zajebiście. Kurwa, nie mogę trafić tym zamachem takim. Beznadziejne to jest.
Who dies next? Daedalus, wherever you may be right now, thank you. Always a pleasure, Charon. Palmed up.
You! What hope have you?
Best not.
Oh, I... Die, you bastard! He thinks that he can vanquish us, Asterius!
Może tak skończyć.
That's one bad bull.
Well.
Alas, you have seen much of Hypno.
Oh, he's not so...
I'm truly sorry that he's troubled you again, Cerberus. I know how much you value resting here, and yet I have no better means to bar the entry to our realm than you.
I thought you'd figured out by now that guilting me into abandoning my quest won't work. You're the one who should feel guilty forcing Cerberus to block my path.
What would you know of it? Cerberus cannot be forced to do anything. He simply understands he has responsibilities.
And there it is again.
Dobra, jeszcze jeden tylko, a potem zmieniamy na Vampyra.
can't do that yet. Looking good.
Looking good.
Skelly, need some practicing?
To? No dobra, może być.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Would you by any chance have room?
Rozpierducha.
Louds.
Hey again as ever, Zagna.
Atak specjalny.
That's what you get.
Idzie dobrze.
Where to? You've been waiting for this, haven't you? Bit of a break.
duży kluczyk.
There's something.
O kurde.
Fix that. More pests. Good.
Nie będzie. Zastanawiał.
Just on a little break. Hey, Prince, how goes the old escape plan? Any luck?
You know, it's been alright, all things considered. Dying now and then, and it's been hard, but hey, what can you do?
Ah, well, keep your chin up. Me, why, I quit trying to get out of here a while back. But if I was a fire-stepping youngster like yourself, perhaps I would have stuck to it. Easy does it. Thanks for stopping by.
Kieran's shop. I'll take it. Athena's power. Please be Meg. Let's hear it.
Murder! Murder! Murder!
I don't understand, but I'm not who you think I am. My father sent you to stop me, that's all. She's a bit much.
yourself in magma when you get to ask for them.
I'll take this one.
Znaka Nemezis.
Going up.
Cokolwiek to jest.
The bone hydra awaits.
Okej, wyłącz się. Zadajesz plus 50% obrażeń, uderzając wroków od tyłu.
That's good. She likes to put a lot of thought and stuff in everything. It's all a little much, if you ask me.
Atak specjalny jest szybszy, może to by się przydało.
Godspeed.
Atena, może Atena? Sklep, czy potrzebny? No, może Atena.
I hear something.
In the name of Hades. I can't stay long, so how about we get this business over with? Back, you witches.
Sooner than anticipated, cousin, and my estimations seldom are inaccurate.
All's fair and square. You're welcome. Go.
Okej. Go. O, Ares. Tego jeszcze nie było. Dzisiaj.
You two ready for me then?
A most fascinating device. Imagine the new face of war should its secrets someday be revealed and spread to mortal kind.
The War God's power. Steady now.
Prawie wpadłem do lawy. Let's go!
She's always singing.
Hi. Hey there, hon. So what do you think? Pretty good tune, right? Don't know how come everybody doesn't sing. Lightens the mood, passes the time. What's not to like?
It's a beautiful song. Even though you're angry with him, Orpheus, I mean, you're always singing still.
Oh, it's not Orpheus's song. You kidding me? This one's all mine. He always did like going on about how I'm his muse. Well, that's because I wrote half his songs for him. Bet he didn't mention that, did he?
Well, not exactly in those words, but Orpheus can be a little hard to pass.
He can be a little hard to tolerate. A quality I hope isn't going to rub off on any of his mates. I should get back to practicing. See ya. I knew it.
Why, thank you.
Super.
Till next time.
Well, see ya.
That boon got better, huh?
Why not?
Hello? Oh, great.
To było easy, nie? Easy, takie easy, że po prostu aż zasypiałem prawie.
Just as we were finishing cleaning.
Can't buy that. Could use the extra coin. I'll just take this one. sediment rail. Regenerating. Good enough to eat.
Kurde, sięgnął mnie.
Gods grant me strength.
No nic, chyba źle zrobiłem, ale to... O, tutaj jest.
More splitters. Should help keep me going.
To było coś. Dobra. Kurde, korzyść.
A gift. Regenerating. Olympus, I accept this message.
Okej.
That's a relief.
A challenger?
Pretendent?
Upon my word.
And what's this?
Your lesson, monster, is to... Mysterious, watch out! No defense against my blessed spear, blackguard.
Jeden nie trafił.
To admit defeat as yet.
Asterius, no! I swear I'll get you yet.
Co on kurwa nie reaguje na to, ja pierdolę. Nietykalność.
Lord Zeus, I need your strength.
To make feces shut it for a bit.
Siema MT, siemanko. Taki mega komar wleciał. Kurwa, mnie wkurwa tak hałasuje, nie mogę.
Just got to get through Cerberus up there. I'm rich. Hey!
Kurwa.
A moment's rest. I bet it's in here. Already. Olympus, I accept this message. refreshing. Could check the other passageways before I go. Pleasure doing business.
After deliberating briefly,
Idziemy ze starym
we
powalczyć.
shall accept the sack.
Thanks, boy. Out of my damn way.
There was a time when Cerberus would never have permitted any soul to exit through that gateway there behind you.
To czasy się zmieniły.
Oh, that can't possibly be true. What about Orpheus, Theseus, Heracles, Odysseus? Countless tales of brave men delving into the underworld, then leaving whence they came.
They left on my authority alone, nor did they take for granted my good graces. You believe you are entitled simply to walk out of here, from your birthright and your responsibilities. But I am here to tell you, no. Darkness. Darkness. Excuse me for a moment. Darkness. Got you. Why do you keep up this foolishness?
You know exactly why.
Darkness.
Got me. Darkness. Why you? Darkness. Darkness.
Darkness.
I think not. Darkness.
Kurde, a mi się zablokowało. Ja pierdolę. pierdolę. Nie, no blokuj się.
Oh, this is it. Hungry for more, I see. Such contempt for your own father. But we are not finished here yet.
Ajaj.
Enough. Your flailing attempts against me are embarrassing.
Do roboty lecisz na noc? No trzymaj się, na razie. Dzięki, że wpadłeś. No dobra, to by było na tyle, jeżeli chodzi o tego Hadesa. Robimy chwilę przerwy. O nie. Okej. Czekałeś na wampira? Właśnie zastanawiałem się, czy jesteś jeszcze. Który to jest? 4? Który to będzie teraz? No. Dobra, gra się włącza, ja idę się na stronę na chwilę i zapalić papierosa i wracam. Dobra, jestem. Szantaż. Szantaż with chapel. Tam jakaś dziwna sprawa wynikła, nie?
It's locked, all right.
Alright, alright. Znajdź mieszkańców, znajdź Richarda, znajdź Claytona.
Please, I don't have your money. Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind. Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Zaczyna.
Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis.
Jak życie w Londynie.
Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Dotlenić, no.
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Joe Peterson.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just
Dr.
screaming.
Reed i Vampyr. Na dodatek.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yes. Those bloody immigrants should know their place, eh? How dare they do a better job than the lazy natives of this land?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
To mu nie pasuje. No dobra, osobiste pytanie. No już było. A co masz na sprzedaż?
Show me what you have.
Wszystko po 35. Wiem, po jednym.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most.
And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle.
Mokrego kalasza.
Dirty work.
Most people don't become thugs when unemployed. This is a choice you made.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
No proszę.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around
To jest
here.
kolumna
Could you
dobra
please tell me
zdanie.
more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Without making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can poison even the sanest mind.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against the Wet Boot Boy.
Do you need help, sir?
I only need you to purchase something from my shop, sir.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Okej. Musimy znaleźć Claytona w okolicy. Jakiś Clayton, to jest jakaś babka.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize,
Może
my
tamten.
son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Okej, znowu jakaś poszlaka.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Ale to już było.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition. What do you mean when you say that I am more
Kurde, to jeszcze raz to samo.
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you?
No,
Answers about the Armageddon
co tam,
about to
Karol,
strike the
wybrałeś
city.
hotel już?
Answers about the hidden truth.
Najdroższy w mieście? Słucham? Muszę to wcisnąć?
I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the
Tamten
decimating
dowodny
epidemic.
płacz mogą klepnąć tamten.
But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
I have heard enough. Goodbye.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
A teraz lepiej będzie?
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be
Już za
demoralized
blisko
by news
mikrofonu
of
po
deadly
prostu.
diseases.
Miałem twarz, usta i było źle słychać. Teraz pewnie jest trochę ciszę, bo ja wcześniej przyciszyłem. Hańba, to zbrodnia, to logiczne.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is
Teraz jest
properly
super,
informed of the risks.
These are bad times.
Pytałem wcześniej, czy hotel już
So
zgrałeś.
much for the glorious British Empire.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the
No,
same.
to spoko.
Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
Okej.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell
No
some
tylko
stories.
żebyś miał, wiesz, żebyś miał miejsce, nie?
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this
No
epidemic.
na przykład jak w tym hotelu pierwszym, co ci proponowałem, to tam właśnie termin był na 29
Without a
chyba
doubt,
dopiero.
you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man.
Wolne pokoje.
He's very cautious. Never goes out.
A w tym co ty
Doesn't seem to
chciałeś,
have
to ja
any
nie
friends
wiem.
or family.
Podejrzewam, że on jest taki bardziej oblegany, jak ktoś przyjeżdża, robi jakieś biznesy, albo jak jest ktoś zamożniejszy, po prostu tak jak Karol. Nie ma krewnych?
He has no relatives at all?
No, except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did.
No tak.
I followed him, but it was just a
Pokój
ruse
za
to keep me
400
away from his
to
house.
jest
Really?
za dobę na
How do you
tydzień.
know?
Masz
He went to the
200.
nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Dobra, to chyba tyle, nie?
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Na tydzień to nie, to więcej, masz 2800. Ale kto bogatemu zabroni? Kurde, przyjeżdża chłopak z Anglii. Wydawał. Zamiast sobie wziąć jakiś hotelik taki już, żeby było chociaż to nie wiem, już 150, tak. 180. Chyba w Ibisie jest 180. Nie, 180 to w weekend kiedyś było, teraz to nie wiem jak to jest. Dobra, gdzie idziemy? Tu nie mogę wejść, nie?
The walls of your home will not protect you, for there is no protection against the levels.
Pay me a glass and I'll be gentle.
Postaw
Pay
mi
me a
kufelkę,
buckle
będę łagodny jak baranek.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
Christina.
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may.
Paszu.
I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick, though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Niewątpliwie.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter
Żeby
of
szukać
time
na
before you have
spontanie.
health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know,
Pieniądze czynią cuda.
but I know her
Znajdzie się
name
gdzieś
is
wolne
Dorothea Crasionescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Okej.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
Krystyna Popa.
I'm sure you could have found another job, perhaps less lucrative. Maybe you should try again.
And when exactly was the last time you looked for a job? Or worried about the rent, or what, or when you were going to eat?
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Znajdź skrzynkę pocztową. No co tu? Bukiecik. Niewielki bukiet, w którym ukryto kupon na darmowe badanie lekarskie. If you are sick, if you have no money, whoever you are, wherever you from, come see Dorothy to get help. No tricks, no charges, no question asked. Just find Dariusz Petrescu's house and present this coupon. Camellia. List od Dariusza Petrescu. Najdroższe umiłowane dzieci. Przepraszam, że nie kontaktowałem się z wami od kilku miesięcy. Sytuacja w Londynie była skomplikowana. Wiem, że zabrzmi to egoistycznie i głupio, jako że nadal żyjecie w kraju pochłoniętym wojną, lecz tu w Anglii również toczy się walka z biedą i niesprawiedliwością. To bój, w którym zamierzam brać udział, nie bacząc na swój podeszły wiek. Stąd mój list. Nie wrócę do Rumunii. To oznacza, że najpewniej nie zobaczę was przed śmiercią. Nie smućcie się. Dziadki, jesteście już dorosłe i macie własne dzieci. Wiecie, że czasami trzeba wiele poświęcić, żeby uczynić świat lepszym. Ja muszę ponieść tę ofiarę, żeby raz jeszcze poczuć się pożyteczny. Żyjcie długo i szczęśliwie. Ucałujcie ode mnie wnuki i pamiętajcie, że ojciec śle wam miłość z tego dalekiego, zimnego kraju. Na zawsze kochający ojciec. Myślałem bardziej o tym apartamencie na Drewnowskiej jest tańszy i mielibyśmy gdzie urzędować. O, człowieku, ale to jest dobra opcja. Apartament, no kurde, ja pierdzielę, ty. To jest opcja na Drewnowskiej, to naprzeciwko Manu te apartamenty co są, a przechodziłem tamtędy dzisiaj. Fajna sprawa, balkony takie kurcze wielkie. Mega luz, ty. To jest opcja, no to wpadłeś na zajebisty pomysł.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
Mega. Muszę się spakować, kurwa. Dobra, gdzie idziemy? Tam nie wolno.
I cannot enter.
Właśnie chyba tak. No właśnie tak myślę, że musi się spakować normalnie. Kwarantanna, grypa, nie zbliżać się. No to będzie kurwa jazda. Ten też nie. No tak chyba najlepiej, nie? Mi się wydaje.
Soon the time will come when you will all be judged for your sins. Even now.
Co on robi? Co on rozpywa tu? Kurwa, ja nic nie widzę przez pisać. Co to się stało? Tak mnie otruło to? Nie to. To jest kurde niesamowite. Niesamowita jest ta gra, naprawdę. Coś pięknego. I tu nie przejdę. Jak ja mam tam pójść? On się tam nie teleportuje. To dziwne. To gdzieś jest na górze kościoła? No to jest zamknięte, to się nie da wejść. Z tamtej strony nie, bo przecież stamtąd przyszedłem.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
To co? Kurwa krzyżem.
Stop, Vampyr!
Oh fuck.
Back, demon! Back! God walk with me!
Kurwa, zabił mnie ty. Krzyż sobie zamontował na laskę i zadowolony. Jakiś inkwizytor. Van Helsing. Dawaj.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top! I order you. Step back.
Koziurek.
The power of the Lord commands you. I shall fear no evil.
Dobra, dobra, te.
God walks with me.
Każdy zostanie zjedzony.
The power of the Lord commands you. Stay back.
Dawaj!
Stop! Vampyr!
Co on tak szybko stracił życie? No nie wierzę w to, kurwa. Co za typ? Mnie wkurza już. No przecież tak na odległość? No jak to tak na odległość, ty? Co on słońcem, kurczę, świeci? No nie, no ludzie.
Over there! On back to the shadow! Stop! Vampyr!
O nie!
Stop! Vampyr!
This
Ta wytrzymałość.
man stunned me with his face. His crucifix. This is not good news.
Jak świeci słońce, no bez hitu. Dobra, no i co? No stamtąd przyszedłem. No i tutaj tędy też się nie da przejść. Nie no, w ogóle w innym kierunku to. Idą za mną? Kurde, idą za mną. Jak tam dojść? Jakieś pomysły? No kurde, no 30 metrów i to nie da się przejść. I tu jest zamknięte z tej strony, rozumiecie? No co za bezsens jakiś ten. A nie otwarte? Nie, no zamknięte. Alright. Może muszę, nie wiem, z księdzem porozmawiać, żeby otworzył. Ej stary, weź no tam otwórz.
Good evening, Mr. Whittaker.
It's Father Whittaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
Spoko.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Może tędy, ty. Kurwa no! Jebana wytrzymałość. Kto to wymyślił? Za debilizm to jest. To kurwa zabiera przyjemność z gry. Nieźle, zrobił blok i taką szybką kontrę na 3, co? Jesteś Richard?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you, for a start, my dear doctor.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox, the stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Dużo filozofii. Ale spoko nawet.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't.
Secret Society.
But I thank you for this information,
Illuminati.
sir, for it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercold.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Okej. Dobra, to wszystko.
I'll leave you alone, sir. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Dariusz Petrescu, to który to jest? To jest ten, co z tą pielęgniarką tam chyba gadał, nie? Tak pokryją mu po cichu. Pogadał jej, że ten przyszedł. Reed.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Ojej, no nie, na pewno nie.
It's locked, all right.
All right.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane.
Like myself and many people in this area, Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
I ta Rumunia to chyba musi mieć jakiś związek z tym wampiryzmem, bo ja nie wierzę, że tak po prostu akurat taką mniejszą etniczną z Londynu w tamtych czasach, z tamtych czasów umiejscowili w grze. No, musi być jakiś związek z tym wampiryzmem.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Angel. Kim tak naprawdę jest?
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Dobra. To chyba wszystko, nie?
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
It is not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
need help.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz
Chciałem
Van
najpierw
Vasily.
pozbierać
High
wszystko.
fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but
Czy on
he's
tam się
having
tak
trouble keeping
pojawił?
even
Nie.
water down.
Potrzebuję pomocy.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air
Na
through the
żywca.
neck.
Yes, Doctor.
Bez środków znieczulających.
He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor.
Chyba go zabiłem.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manner.
It's locked.
I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Haha. I co robimy? Zjadamy ją? Hipnotyzujemy, że zapomni o wszystkim? Czy oszczędzimy?
No. Your place is here. Jailing you would be an even greater crime. So, here is my proposition. I'll look the other way on your little enterprise. In exchange, you will resign from the Pembroke Hospital and provide me with medical supplies when the need arises.
Dr. Reed! That sounds like a business proposition. My accomplice, then?
No, just a privileged client. My research may require the occasional rare piece of equipment or ingredient. I'll pay good coin in exchange, fair and honest, to help finance your noble endeavors.
We have ourselves a deal, Doctor. Good customers are always welcome.
Yes, Nurse Crane. We have a deal.
One stinks already. It's mine. I'll take it.
Przyszli, zabili wszystkich pacjentów. Łobuzy. Kurwa, nie wierzę w to. Pierdolony jakiś murek.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in. Yes?
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
What?
Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife. Albert's
Alberta.
mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. Now I'm just Ben. Ben the Trap.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just frayed me last nerve.
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
Środek na migrenę? Nie mam.
I will see you later. I have found a very interesting letter. Your son planned to prove his worth to the gang by stealing your medicine.
Oh, I see. So the little bugger thought he could use his dad to build a reputation.
The gang's recruiter was dead when I found him. Perhaps you should take better care of your son.
I love my Albert, sir. Believe me. It's just... well, I'm an arsehole, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for the letter. This is for your trouble.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Me, I'll not die in some...
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Kill him, boy! Burn it, boys!
Wzięli mnie w ogień krzyżowy. Gryź go!
Burn it, boys! It's down! Finish it! Crush the leech, boys!
Skąd oni się biorą cały czas tu? To jest chyba mój pokój. Ej, dobra, to gdzie ja to zamontowuję? Zobaczymy, teraz taką pałką będę ogłuszał.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
O kurwa, się przestraszyłem. Zgłodniała.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir.
Oh,
or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
Hiding your true appetites behind a facade of compassion. Bravo. Very clever indeed.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
We are vampires. We live by leeching the blood from weaker prey. We are Darwin's next chapter, his cynical and perhaps ultimate expression.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades.
No, no to spoko.
I have to say,
Ja
I'm a
zaraz
trifle
kończę.
embarrassed.
Anyway, I have
tym
concluded
dialogu.
my inquiries
Cały.
concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
I must confess I have not put an end to the blackmail, my lady. Unfortunately, I could not bring myself to do it.
I'm so disappointed in you, Jonathan. I didn't expect this from you.
Lady Ashbury, you yourself admitted how ridiculous the sum of money was. I can assure you it was all used for charitable ends.
Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you, Jonathan? All right. Say I trust you. but you will still pay the ransom. That is only fair. After all, it was you who failed to bring this problem to a satisfactory conclusion.
I believe I could agree to that.
And since a lady always keeps her promises, I will now answer any questions you may have.
O Boże.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London vampire society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
I know this is beyond the pale.
458.
May I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen.
Oj,
If you must know, I'm 27.
Jebać konwenanse.
I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
My maker. Maker.
Why did you save me in the canning
A
factory?
jutro ludzie game deck.
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then.
No, Jonathan.
Aż mnie dupa już boli od
Whatever
tego
their
siedzenia,
strength
muszę
and
wstać,
demeanor,
kurde, mam dość.
scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
What
Scar?
type of vampire is a scar?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see
My
why
lady?
not.
My lady.
But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain, more than likely it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society, and like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
Czy jestem wampirem? Co to za kurwa pytanie, ty?
Is that what I am?
Teraz?
What we are.
Po 4,5 godziny rozgrywki?
By penny dreadfuls and drunken
Nawet
hags.
więcej, po 5.
You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
Ekon?
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires, but all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
No na kurwa to wszystko wie, to.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
I bid you farewell, for now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
No dobra, to tutaj byśmy sobie kończyli. Także dzięki za oglądanie. 4 godziny. Nie no, 5 w sumie tam chyba. Niecałe. O, 6 nawet. No, to dzięki za oglądanie i do jutra. Trzymajcie się, miłego dnia jutro życzę wam. Do zobaczenia wieczorem. Trzymajcie się, cześć.